We are the Jonas Brothers, and this
Is our last meal.
Every person has exactly two things in common. We all gotta eat and we're all gonna die. Today's guests are multi-platinum recording artists whose new album, Greetings from Your Hometown, is out on August 8th. All three are members of the New Jersey Hall of Fame, along with the likes of Buzz Aldrin, Albert Einstein, and Harriet Tubman. The Jonas Brothers, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hey.
I forgot Buzz Aldrin was in the Hall
From
of Fame.
Jersey?
I was gonna
I have a
ask,
Buzz Aldrin story for you.
I would love to hear it.
He refused to take a picture with me. And somebody came up to him and said, you should probably take a picture with him. So we did get the photo. And I think my eyes were like, because originally I was like, excuse me, Mr. Aldrin, can I take a picture? He's like, no. Well, by the way, we are on the sidelines of a Cowboys football game.
Incredible.
You would say yes in that situation, but
If anyone's earned the right to
say
be a
no.
dick, it's kind of Buzz Aldrin.
the man on the moon, yes.
Do you have-
Allegedly.
That's the headline, it's coming out. Do either of you have any Albert Einstein or Harriet Tubman stories? Who else are you hanging out with?
No, I don't. We're not actually in the Hall of Fame yet. We're inductees this year.
I retract.
They could actually take it away from us.
They could.
Maybe after what you're about to say.
Hopefully Buzz Aldrin is not on the board.
He may be good.
Well, thank you all for joining us, and Joe, thank you for returning. You're our first returning customer to the
Oh, wow.
Last
I cannot
Meals
believe you let him
kitchen.
back in your kitchen.
He snuck through, actually. We tried to stop him at the door, and he was like, do you know who my brothers are? And then we let him in, so, yeah.
Joe likes to play games at dinner. He always has a pack of cards or something that he pulls out and continues the conversation going. One of the ways to do that is I ask him, what would you eat if it was your last meal?
I think it's a great conversation starter. I think it's a great conversation finisher, too. Some people get wildly uncomfortable, and I'm down to get uncomfortable with you boys today.
Let's do it.
Cool.
You ready to eat?
Yeah.
Let's do it. For the first course of your final meal, Nick, for you, we have the gnocchi pesto. This is hand-rolled gnocchi, just a little bit of flour worked into potato, boiled fresh pesto made in the mortar and pestle with some pine nuts on top. And then Kevin, we have the lemon pasta from Bar Mutz. We actually did contact Chef Robbie Felice to get the official recipe that we had to divide by 12 times because it's for a restaurant. But for the official lemon pasta, a little bit of fresh toasted herby breadcrumbs on top of that. And then, Joe, for your surprise, we have the discontinued McDonald's breakfast burrito that only existed in Arizona.
How did you?
That we made from scratch, but used McDonald's ingredients.
That is.
This is so cool.
Please enjoy.
I know we're feminists, but I'm gonna take a picture. Listen, the family
Arizona.
the family group text is gonna go off today.
This could have been one of those like Mandela effect things though, where like we believed that this existed,
So
and maybe it never did.
I don't know what you think you ate, but going back, we did find a burrito that only existed in Arizona and then parts of California and actually parts of New Jersey and New York. But it was a steak and egg breakfast burrito. So I don't know if that's what was in the breakfast burrito you were eating.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
This is
Well
it.
done.
So dig in. Where do we want to start? What's the correct
I think we
course
just go
of-
around, right?
Yeah.
Let's go around.
I can't
I'll
serve
serve you.
myself.
I mean, this is an easy way to
Guys.
serve that one.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Chef Robbie is kind of reinventing the game in Jersey with some restaurants. It's one of my favorite spots. I was brought here because I was brought to the
pasta?
I was brought to the restaurant because you're not able to get a reservation. Like you have to have eaten at the place.
Must be tough.
Yes, I know.
Wow, don't involve me in this. I can leave. You guys got this.
You're not allowed. You're not
can
able
use
to
my
get a
name.
reservation unless you've eaten at the restaurant. Meaning you have to go with someone that's already has a reservation.
Oh, wild.
So it's a good way to keep the doors full.
We got a round of beers.
Cheers. Thanks.
Boys. Hey, thanks for coming by, man.
Thanks for having us.
Bring your I should have brought my brother. You guys like talking about mortgage refinancing?
Absolutely.
Well, so does he. You'd love him.
Oh my God, that pasta is really good, Kev. I told you.
Delicious.
Tell me about this burrito, because this is the real wild card on this.
So our grandfather, rest in peace, Papa Miller, there he is. He, you guys want to get a shot of that? He worked at the Postal Service, and then he was in the military, so that's his military photo. And Papa, Jerry Miller, he was just the funniest person in any room, and we learned so much from him. And he would sneak out with one of the grandsons before Mama, our grandmother, could really catch us. And I'm sorry, Mama, if you're watching this, I don't know if he loved her breakfast. So he would sneak out and go to McDonald's, and he'd be like, don't tell your grandmother. And we would get the breakfast burrito in Arizona where they lived, and it would come back so full, and they're like, breakfast is ready, and she would just no. Like, Jerry, where did you take them? And like, nowhere. And
we
it
were
was like-
smoking cigarettes.
Literally. So quite excited to try this.
I'm so excited because nostalgia can be a blinder in a certain way, you know, especially when it comes to food.
It's amazing.
Why this was so much my favorite pasta, because I really do not like lemon in most of my food.
He doesn't like fruit. He says he's allergic.
No, that's not, like, lemon's a zest. It's not.
I agree with you. Lemon's not a fruit. No, I'm fully on Kevin's side.
Thank you.
I will defend that.
I like it in a drink. I like it.
We didn't go to the moon. Lemons aren't. Clip it.
Buzz Aldrin fraud. No.
This was ordered, it was put down, and I was like, not gonna even try it, because I didn't, just like, not my thing. It blew my mind.
Yeah, but it's not a breakfast burrito.
That doesn't exist.
That never existed, actually.
What if mine are all made up? I'm like, actually, this guy never existed. I got this tattoo just for
I'm
this.
gonna have more. I
Gaslights
don't
his
even
brothers. Please, no, for real, eat. I want to ask about the new album, Greetings from Your Hometown, because you've put out the album artwork for it, and it's you three sitting in what looks to be an old school Italian restaurant. Why did you go for that image?
It was a bit of a debate with within our team because obviously it's like our fan base, they want to see your face.
Yeah.
But we were like, this is such a great representation of going to your hometown, and that can be for anyone. And I think just even choosing that name as an album title, not everybody's proud of their hometown, and also it can be a frustrating or confusing place. For us, literally, our town we grew up in, we went back recently, and it was like, it still gives us the heebie-jeebies. Everyone's like certain parts of that town.
Yeah.
And we chose that photo because it was a representation of like actually what it's like. You sit around and you have conversation, and that can be anywhere. This is great. We're glad to experience this together, but this captures a moment where we were genuinely just having a nice time together. And we were like, let's take the photos behind us and kind of redo them with photo, because there's a lot of gangsters. So we figured let's put our family photos.
Alleged.
Talking about like complicated relationship to your hometown, y'all made a documentary in 2019, Chasing Happiness.
Here we go.
Right,
Just one meal, and you want to go there?
What? No, because
love
it's a
it.
very
I love
powerful
it.
scene.
No.
It ties in. Oh, sorry, I'm doing my job. I don't. When you guys are singing, playing guitar, I don't come and go. Oh, here we go. They're singing again. You know what the Jonas Boys do?
Yes, you do.
I would love to actually. But there's a scene where you go to your childhood home and everything seems very kind of rosy, and then you go to your childhood church and the mood gets immediately more complicated. Which one of you do you think has the most complicated relationship with your hometown? Because surely they're all very different.
It's tough to say. I mean, I think that this last 6 months has been interesting because I've been in New York and been able to get back to Jersey a few times to visit Kevin and the family and just generally to spend some time there on my time off. And I have a real deep appreciation for it now that I didn't have even 5-6 years ago. The reason it was so complicated to go back for us, because we were sort of pushed out of our community that we had, you know, been a big part of helping build. You know, our father lost his job and he was a minister, and so it was really tough to sort of look up and your home is gone, your friend group, and honestly there was also a lot of sort of hurt and betrayal that came with that. And as the years have gone by, we've been able to sort of heal that and look back at it and know that it fully shaped who we became as people and our worldview, and it like no longer feels painful because we've been able to go and achieve so many other things.
That's beautiful. I think there's almost like a wisdom to nostalgia in realizing that the sweet and the bittersweet always outweighs the bitter. At least for me, when I returned to my hometown, I was maybe 25, 26, I'm literally driving through the street and I see places that are connected to bad memories. 5, 6, 7 years pass, I drive down and I don't see those anymore. I remember the good times. So like, you know, walking around the Rancho Santa Margarita Lake the first time my best friend like made out with a girl and we're like, oh my God, what was that like? You know what I mean?
Wow. Became a legend that day.
Truly did, truly. Yeah. Not gonna name him, but you know, in the Ross Dress for Less. Never mind. Like, wow, what a have
spot.
you? Me too. Fancy. Like, have you had that experience of noticing the way that you feel over time changing?
Absolutely. I went back to New Jersey, which is now 16 years ago. So I feel like I never left. It was always a part of my like ecosystem. But I think the feel-good memories that I'm creating now with my family are what I'm looking forward to. Because now it's like we have our hometown, our like little main street, and like I realize that trick-or-treating and walking them down the street and to some of these like stores or restaurants will be a memory that they'll have for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Driving through a couple years ago through Wyckoff, I was like, ugh, I go shooting that documentary was like felt really uncomfortable being back looking at the church. And now we were like laughing because I think it was like the head pastor, like we just, I don't know if they didn't know we were gonna like go and like take pictures, and they were freaking out that we were gonna like try to walk into the front doors, which we wouldn't anyway. So they were like, we're calling the cops, and we're like, what's going on?
They threatened to call the cops on you?
It was wild. We pulled into the parking lot just to like huddle and figure out where we're gonna shoot.
Yeah.
This guy was like, he's like, the brothers are here again. No. Yeah. They must have seen the doc.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if they knew that it was us or not.
It's just a large group of cars.
I mean, it was like 6 cars and SUVs. It's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
But regardless, like going back and being able to like realize some of those like core memories mean a lot. Even actually like LA to me was that.
What place feels like home for you that you return to now, and there's immediately that question?
I don't really know. We've been moving around so much over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
My wife's shot in London a bunch, so we spent some time there. We technically live in LA, but we've been in New York for 6 months because I was doing a Broadway show out there. I think we're definitely craving like a real sense of like planting some roots somewhere, but just based on how much we've been moving around, that's been kind of tough to figure out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Another part of the doc that I love is when you talk about how before getting the band back together, you had to relearn how to be brothers again. Was the key to that letting go of history, or like actually embracing history in a way? They're similar but different.
Yeah, I think kind of both. We had to certainly like do some healing and have some tough conversations. And then we also just had to create new memories together and better times that weren't work related, that were just us being family.
Did you have any like first awkward hangouts where it was just like, we're going to play mini golf? It's like, what do we do now?
We were shooting the documentary when we were like really speaking to some of the tough conversations.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, sit down like this, and be like, all right, so let's get into it. What about this was really complicated? We're like, well, we haven't really spoken in 2 weeks here. We went to Cuba actually. We were down there and we just went to hang. And we're like, I think we were at one point we realized it was too much like an interrogation, like sitting in a room with a camera and having to have these conversations. We're like, we actually haven't had that internally yet. We're doing it on camera. It felt weird. Yeah. So I think for me, Cuba was like, wow, we're just hanging out and exploring together, seeing a place that none of us have been. It was nice.
I think there was a moment in a stairwell in Cuba where you were all just playing and singing together that I've heard you talk about, but did you feel that like power in that moment as well?
I was already on board. I was like, let's go. But
decision maker.
No, like I was just like, if we can make this happen again, this would be great. Yeah. But Joe was definitely not there yet. DNC was going on. Nick had solo stuff. I was not exactly doing the music thing in my own personal life as a solo component. So to have the option to come back and be back on the road or make music together again was great in any capacity, whether that was just like a one-off tour or whatever, just to do something. Then to see Joe's kind of like the energy shift in that time we were in that stairwell in Cuba was spectacular.
Yeah. How does your relationship to nostalgia influence your new music? Because there is a lot of like nostalgic sounds in it. Like Love Me to Heaven, the first couple seconds when the guitar comes in, it just makes me smile because it sounds so Springsteen-y. And like seeing the checkered tablecloth in the album cover, knowing how much Jersey means to you, how has that changed your actual sound of the music?
We got to tap into a lot of the kind of influences that our dad raised us on. So Springsteen, Bee Gees, which our current single has an interpolation of a Bee Gees song, which is super fun. It's really nice to kind of touch back not only on the themes that we're speaking about, but on these musical influences. And Jersey is a huge part of that, and Springsteen, as you mentioned, is very apparent in a few of the tracks on the album, and hoping to bring that to life with the show too on the tour.
Yeah.
Our father, he raised us on so many incredible artists. He would play us Carole King and James Taylor and a lot of bands that harmonized, like Bee Gees and Fleetwood Mac, and we thought that was normal. So it was kind of cool to be able to.
He knew.
To kind of get back to those more simpler days for us that were like driving around in a minivan listening to those songs. It's nice to kind of reflect on that now.
Well, I can't wait to go see your show. I'm coming, right? You're bringing me out on stage?
Yeah. Well, stage maybe, but
you're cooking.
And first, a live cooking demo from Josh.
Yes.
I think we should do it. My day rate is 0, so let's do it.
Even better.
For the second course of your final meal on Earth, Nick, we have your steak and eggs, the entire bottle of A1. You can just
bottle.
Put that on ice if you want it. Kevin, we have the entrecôte du Relais from Relais de Venise en Paris. Je suis désolé, monsieur.
Look at that.
And then, Joe, for your surprise, we have
Surprise.
Mama Jonas's.
Taco soup?
Taco soup.
Wow.
The amount of pure joy in your eyes, Kevin, when you said taco soup.
Whoa. Oh, it definitely smells legit.
I picked the wrong day to have a little bit of a stomach issue. So
You're fine.
This is yeah, it's gonna be fun.
The collective groan from the audience.
I'm just gonna level with you. That's what's going on. So I'm looking at all this food, like I might have to take it home.
But what is
Would you
this?
like some?
I would, please.
Ironically, your first course, you were talking about a place in London. And the first time we went to this restaurant, Relais de la Venise, was in London. And like, it was such an interesting experience. Like you walk in, everyone's a little mean to you. They hand you a salad that has got this like incredible dressing on it that you're not sure what's in it. Then they ask you, how do you want your steak cooked? They literally write it on the table, medium, well done, you know, W, whatever. And then steak arrives. Then there's second helpings. It's my favorite restaurant ever.
Just schlop some on.
Slop them on.
Slop it on.
Schlop it. Oh, God, that looks good.
See ya.
And then Nick's steak and eggs as well, which is gonna be great.
That's just because it's the simplest and best thing you can order it kind of anywhere.
Wow, the sauce is very close.
You've been described by all of you, including yourself, as the person with the fanciest taste of the brothers. Do you have the fanciest taste in food? Because it doesn't seem like that so far.
No, I'll pretty much eat anything. My wife is Indian, obviously, so we love Indian food. Love Thai food. Love steak and eggs, of course, keeping it simple. But yeah, I mean, we like to try just about anything.
And then naturally, our mother's taco soup.
We grew up with a lot of crock pot meals, large batch. You know, there's 4 boys in the house. We had so much like extra activities, like, you know, school. Then we had Nick running to Broadway, and then Joe, you know, doing Broadway as well. I was doing commercials, but like there's always food in the house, whether it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but there's so much of it. And so but there was always like large format foods. And this is one of them.
Can you pass the A1, please? Nick, what's the connection to A1 steak sauce?
A1 steak sauce, you can basically put on anything that makes everything taste incredible. So that's the connection.
Oops, a
And
little too
yes, I
nice.
do carry like a little packet around in my bag. And it's...
Some carry
you
hot
know,
sauce.
If a meal like at a random city isn't quite up to par, throw that on it and it'll get there.
I love that so much. Did any of you have any annoying eating tics growing up around the dinner table? Like my brother used to take a whole loaf of French bread that was meant for the family and hollow out in the middle and eat it and just leave us with crust. Which one of you was
That
doing
seems
that?
problematic.
Thank you so much.
Could never really have bananas in the kitchen. Kevin would freak out.
Hates the smell.
Hate it.
Have you
Hate it
gotten
so
that-
much that I pretended to have an allergy so it would stay away from me.
Wait, have you figured out why you hate fruit so much?
No.
Is it psychological? Is it physical?
It's-
Past life.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
Do you believe in past lives?
Cleopatra's last meal was a
really
plate
sure
of
if
figs.
I believe
You
in
could have been
past lives.
Cleopatra.
Maybe I do. I don't really know.
In past lives?
Absolutely not. No. And I kind of wish I did believe more in things. But I know all 3 of you have gone on like very different spiritual journeys. How different are your answers, assuming any of you have found any answers?
Yeah, I think I believe in past lives and reincarnation for sure. My wife, you know, I dream about seeing her in the next lives. And in fact, it's like the kind of thing that like makes me feel some sense of peace because this time that we're allowed here is so short in reality. It's encouraging to think that maybe there's more, you know. But we also grew up with real like Christian, you know, conservative values and biblical teachings and all that. And I think as we got older, we all had our own sort of journey with deconstructing a little bit. That word is, you know, it gets used
heard it a
so
lot, yeah.
often, and it like I think has different connotation than what I mean by it. And that's to say that like I had to really just get to the core of like what Jesus was saying and focus on that because some of the religious parts of it are exhausting and actually contradictory to what God was saying, what Jesus was saying.
Well said.
So I don't know. That's my hot take there. There's good in everything if the focus is on love and compassion and empathy.
Yeah, what about you? How is your like spiritual journey
It's
manifest
ever,
itself?
it's continually going all the time, right? Like I think that is part of it. Your spiritual journey is a relationship with you and God, and the continuation of your growth and your relationship there is how you're going to see the world. And now I'm seeing it through my daughter's eyes, and how do I want them to, you know, be raised, and what values will I take from how we were raised and impart that into their lives, and understand that humans are humans, and my relationship with God and my beliefs are far greater than the acts of man.
Yeah, but a lot of people take solace in that certainty of like, this is how it is, and I can follow the letter of the law. Did you ever have that solace and then miss it once you got more uncertain?
That's a great question.
Well framed.
I think, yeah, that there's a disorienting feeling that can happen when you go, okay, this was my North Star. This was the mandate, right?
Yeah.
And for a lot of people in the Christian faith, I think that moment comes in your teens and your early 20s when you're starting to make real adult or adult-like decisions. You have to sort of look at what you're reading or what you've been taught and say, do I actually like believe that? And you get to a point where you either say, yes, I'm all in, or I'm going to take the things that are good from this, that'll make my life more balanced or make me a better person, and proceed.
Yeah.
But there's good and bad in all of it.
Yeah. Do you like the uncertainty? Do you like getting to figure it out?
I think that's part of it, actually. I think there is some kind of peace in the uncertainty that you actually can make those decisions and make those underlying discoveries for yourself.
Yeah.
I think with believing in Jesus and feeling that way I have for my entire life, it's an amazing thing to feel when it's your own decision and not something that's put on you by your parents or the way you were raised, or it's just about how you want to live your life. And I think, like Nick kind of said, which was, it's about what he said more than it is about the religious acts, so.
Yeah. How did you all avoid the Hollywood cliche of like, small town Christian boys moved out to Hollywood, got corrupted? I mean, did you guys like surely dealt with a lot of that, right?
We were just kids trying to navigate growing up in a very, what's the globe I'm thinking of?
Snow globe?
No.
Mercator projection.
Sure.
Bubble?
All of those things. I think the idea that people assumed that we had it all figured out. We were just figuring it out as we went and trying to understand what it was. And then like you'd say something or somebody would ask a question, you say, yeah, that's what I believe in. But not until you got much older, you realize like, actually, I didn't know what I was saying, or I was just a kid I thought that was the right thing. Once we started kind of getting to know ourselves better and you start to kind of understand who you are as an individual, you've already said those things. And you're like, well, that doesn't define you. I think everyone, when they're like 16 or 17, are saying certain things or learning about themselves, that those things probably are going to change. Kind of to answer your question, I think it was really incredible that we had each other to lean on and be able to check in and be like, how are you? How are we doing? That was such a joy to be able to have that experience and not rely on just doing it on your own and meeting people along the way and saying, I met this person, I really like, they're my best friend now. And you're living in LA, I can't imagine what that's like for a young pop star out there to navigate. Being an adult when you're a kid is tough.
Yeah, 100%. When you were growing up and your dad almost got like forced out of the church, basically, I know all three of you have roughly talked about the idea of being afraid that something is going to be taken away from you, right? The feeling that this house of cards is all going to come falling down one day. And that's such, I think, a dangerous feeling to have because you never actually like live in the moment. Mm-hmm. Do you three have like fundamental differences in how you remember certain moments in time?
Oh yeah,
almost every single event.
Like we'll hear each other speak in interviews, and two of us will look at each other like even the breakfast burrito. They both were like, "Were those real?" And I was like, I think so. Now you're making me question my own reality.
And there's also gaps in my memories. Like I have
Can they fill in the gaps or they're just gone?
We fill in these gaps sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. But like there are times where I'm like, I don't remember like a whole window of our touring life. Like I cannot like do it. It was moving so fast.
Yeah.
That I think there are times where I'm like, it takes me a minute to like really like, what happened? When was this? Like it's pretty crazy.
Well, I want to ask if you remember this photo, because we got to clear up some rumors in the air right here. That's you three with my wife, Julia Levy-Scherer.
No way. I was like, who is that?
2007 Macy's Day Parade. She took a picture with you. She said that you were all absolutely wonderful and that she actually passed by. And Nick, you doubled back and said, "Oh no, she wanted a picture. Can we grab one?" And then you did.
Look at you.
Wow. But then
and that's why
the backlash.
I'm her favorite.
Well, here's the thing. She posted this on MySpace. Her friends started a rumor, Nick, that you and her were not only dating but going to get married.
Whoa.
So the Long Island
Watch out.
Middle School, it was a
big
buzz. That's a big rumor. I want you to clear the air right now. Why did you end the relationship, and why won't you marry my wife?
Why don't you marry my wife?
Is she not deserving of it, Nick?
Past life.
You know, it was a past life.
For the final course of your final meal on this earth, we have the pumpkin pie. We have the vacherin de relais from Relais.
You did it. We're bringing it back.
We have the vacherin de relais from Relais de Venise in Paris, one of the truly most stunning desserts on the planet. And then for the surprises, we have the Texas sheet
Oh,
cake.
come on now.
And then ants on a log, just log for
Kevin, thank you very much, Joe.
Just ants for me.
You don't do celery or peanut butter?
I just don't really like it. When I saw Kevin, I saw that you have your
customized
own.
it.
Yeah, we customized it for
I like
ourselves.
it. This is incredible.
Yes. I feel like we have to start eating this because there's fresh, hot fudge poured on top of it.
You want to cut into it, guys, over there?
I feel like, should you do the honors since it's...
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Nick!
There
Sorry,
you
I
go.
yelled.
You gotta be, just gotta go for it.
Wow.
Yes.
You just
Destroy
kind of like...
this thing.
Oh, it's
Don't be scared.
The confidence with which you all just did that was incredible.
Holy shit. Oh, we can say shit. Yeah! Damn shit up. What did she used to say?
Shit damn butt ass hell.
That's right.
Who said that?
Yeah, no context. Just
Felicia
Collado, shout out.
our Fifi, she was essentially our first assistant.
why do you say it like that?
Yeah, Kevin, why do you say
I don't
it like
know,
that?
actually. You're right. She was our first assistant.
No.
And didn't want to sound pretentious, but you know what? We had an assistant. And she would say that.
Head ass, butt ass, shit ass, what was it?
Shit ass butt. No, wait.
Shit damn butt ass hell.
Shit damn.
Shit damn butt ass hell.
When she was really upset. Our dad used to go, shoot.
This has made me emotional.
Well done.
I just had this 2 days ago because my mom was at our house and she made it.
Oh my God. Every birthday, still.
Oh, wow.
Our mom makes me
And I
this
have
every
pumpkin pie on my birthday.
Yeah?
We're not cutting the
I'm gonna take that home with me and have some of that later.
Please.
Believe it.
We can take you can take the whole pumpkin pie home. We'll put a birthday candle in it for you.
Perfect.
Why do you have
Happy
pumpkin?
birthday to me. Happy early birthday.
I am gonna have some, sorry.
So do I just put this?
You put it down.
Okay, one bite. I feel like you should all get one more bite.
I'm gonna taste the corners so you have the rest of it.
That's like a happy birthday. Why pumpkin pie on your birthday when your mom's making such delicious Texas sheet cake?
Because that was for Joe's birthday.
Yeah. Seasonal. My birthday's in September.
And then this thing.
Ants on a log.
Ants on a log. Well, we have this backstage, so I think it's nostalgic for us. But it is a bit sweet. It is dessert-like. And
Really?
you can always walk. Yeah, I mean, peanut butter's sweet.
What kind of peanut butter do you buy?
Peanut butter's
Peanut
not
butter has
sweet.
a ton of sugar in it, doesn't it?
I'd say peanut butter's not sweet. There's not typically... People think of it as sweet because you pair it with sweet things a lot, but then if you
Yeah.
go to different countries,
Yeah,
West
I
Africa,
defer to the
Thailand, it's
chef.
not. Thank you so much. How did Ants on a Log end up becoming the thing? Because how many years has this now been in your...
Forever. Like 20 years, basically, since the start of the band. The reason that it's so good is because I'm a type 1 diabetic. So it's a little bit of protein. It's the healthier of snack options that you could find.
Yeah.
And it also makes us feel like we're back in touch with our childhood. Like it's sort of sweet to be in our 30s and 20 years into our career to be seeing this still at the shows. It means a lot to me, at least.
Looking at my lonely ants on the plate.
Get after it.
Maybe you think it's sweet. I figured it out.
Can I try?
Maybe
Can I
he thinks
try?
it's
I
sweet
didn't
because
make
of the
one.
raisins.
The raisins are sweet. I'm eating whoever's this is. I didn't
And
request
that's
it.
why I don't think it's sweet because there's no raisins.
I think this is my single least favorite food on the planet. I haven't eaten it in probably 20 years. And this is not
Celery?
raw celery in general, but then I think it gets worse with the peanut butter and raisins.
Is this peanut butter or is this the almond butter? When you guys go the almond butter, I get really lost.
peanut butter? But I haven't had this in
peanut
20
butter.
years.
Oh, it's so good though.
It's loud food.
It's a very loud food.
ASMR food.
It feels healthy. I'm seeing the vision, but it is if you put it on anything other than celery, I do feel like it would be better. You know what I mean?
I feel like
Cucumber,
it's
Peanut butter with
carrot,
anything else.
a sandwich, something.
A sandwich.
My kids just discovered fluff.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's dangerous.
It's marshmallow, right? Like
Totally. It's just, but that's a one and done.
Marshmallow's
Oh, this was a one. They don't sell it anymore, is what I'm going with.
Yeah, how much do you all lie to your children? Because I've heard that that's the key to parenting.
I try not to lie to them at all.
I lied a lot.
Yeah, he lies all the time. There are times you have to sort of give an alternate truth.
Redirect.
Redirect.
Yeah.
Bribing a 3.5-year-old to get off the iPad is a thing.
It's a fair game.
and it takes a lot of focus and self-belief. But we can get
Humbling.
it done. It's humbling.
Yeah. Have you lying to the kids?
I try not to. I hope they're not watching this, but there's a few characters that we all get presents from they may think exist.
Sure.
So that would be a healthy fib, I think.
Talking about Santa Claus?
I was talking about somebody else, but
Yeah. There's a whole.
he's real.
It's one of
He's
the-
real, obviously.
It's one of the Labubus delivers presents to
Yes.
kids. It's crazy.
No, yeah, it's the Makoko.
Makoko.
Makoko
That's
is
right.
the one
Yeah,
that
I forgot.
actually.
Yeah.
We're in that
Labubu's the
phase
one that
where-
extracts the
I'm
teeth.
very deep in that phase right now.
Oh, I love that for you.
What is it? I'm
It's
just
from
getting
it's,
hip to
it's
this.
it's an actual it's actually kind of cool. It's like
It's
an
a
art
thing?
It's an artist that created this really beautiful like storybook and like art, like high-end art, and then said, you know what? I'm gonna team up with this Pop Mart and make toys. And it just started going off.
They're like collectibles.
And so then I watched a TikTok on this, on what the history is, so I know this. And then Lisa from Blackpink
Yes.
was talking about her favorite things. And she talked about Labubus. And out of nowhere, $1 billion later.
Kevin, how much have you spent on Labubus? And does your wife know that you've done this?
I have not spent a single dollar on Labubus. My daughter has. So she has saved up all her money. She buys these things on StockX with her debit card.
Wow.
And she's like negotiating on there, like putting in bids. Like, she's like, Dad, it's not really worth 75, but with shipping, it comes out to 85. What do you think I should do? I said, don't buy it. Okay, it shows up.
Well, fair. You gave me the advice. Nick, you said that like once you had kids, everything else in the world felt like it didn't matter anymore. And I feel like a lot of people, especially in highly competitive entertainment fields, right? Like when you're young, success, whether it's monetary, whether it's fame, seems like the number one thing in the world. Do you think that having kids reframed that in your mind? Or do you think it was just like wisdom and getting older?
I think having kids made me a lot more focused on building something that that they will be really proud of. Both from a creative standpoint and also from just setting up life. You're met with this reality that like this little human being will depend on you.
Yeah.
At least until they're 18 and hopefully for the rest of their life. And that responsibility is a profound thing and something that, prior to that, I think I was just focused on sort of benchmarks of success or perceived benchmarks of success. And now I have a more tangible thing to look at and base my decision making off of. And it just, everything is better too. I mean, once you are doing it for that reason and you get to experience life again through the eyes of a child, it's like, you don't realize perhaps how far we drift from that as we get older. And with this sort of benchmark of success or goal, it's like just about your family being good, being happy. And that's something we could all realistically achieve.
You guys initially broke up in 2013, reunited in 2019. It's now been as much time since you've broken up than you were broken up.
Oh, wow.
I'm curious which 6-year period felt longer, the time when you were broken up or reunited.
Definitely broken up. I would say probably.
I would say the other way around. But that's only honestly because of COVID. Like I just feel
fair.
like life got really fast and slow. It's like everything just was, I don't know, like we all went into a crazy vortex.
I think the time apart felt longer for me, personally, just because I just had my first daughter. And so like, it was a very new environment right away. Like the band broke up and then 3 months later we had Alina. So it was like a whole nother world had just been created. So like that time feels much more expansive.
I felt like the time away from them, I missed so much because it was really special. Once we started hanging out as a family, it was like really nice. It was like, oh man, like there's familiarity there. I remember like Nick and I kind of got into like an argument and hours later we were fine. And I remember a friend at the time was like, what? I don't get it. He's an only child. And he was like, how is that possible? I thought we were supposed to be mad at him now. I was like, no, we're good. We were laughing. I was like, what? He's like, and so I feel really grateful that I have that dynamic with these guys. And yeah, we appreciate things way more now. We do these amazing kind of, even like today, this is so special. Like how unique is this experience? and sit here and talk with you about life and get deep. It's like our favorite. We were saying favorite kind of promo days because you forget what you came here to talk about, but you're actually talking about stuff that matters. And I'm like, yeah. All the important stuff you'll see later, and you can click on it. But I think it's nice for us to be able to sit and talk about why we're still doing this.
Yeah. The amount of like honesty when I watched the 2019 doc, like the amount of raw honesty that you all showed with each other, I'm not kidding. Like it inspired me to call my own brother. Like, we've gone through our own ups and downs in childhood, who hasn't? But legitimately, since I watched that, I've been calling my own brother on a random Tuesday and just talking for an hour. And so it's meant a lot because you do show the sides that you actually have to work through. It's not perfect, and everyone knows that. And I wanted to ask about your relationship to the 2013 breakup, because you were the one that, was like the impetus behind it. Do you have any residual guilt? And do you have any residual resentment towards that? Even if it is like the smallest little thing?
Not guilt so much as in reflection, I can definitely see how I could have more lovingly communicated something that needed to be said. It's often how we say things that matters more than what we're saying. I think we all knew that in the operating system that we were operating in, it had run its course.
Yeah.
But just didn't know how to maturely articulate that and lovingly do that. What about you guys? Do you still have resentment towards me?
No.
I'm glad you brought it up.
That's why we're here today.
That's for my final surprise. My final surprise. A night.
Guilt!
I think it needed to happen, and I think we all grew from that experience so much, and it was important for us to be able to realize, yeah, okay, we were having such a difficult time just being real with each other back then, that we had to take these kind of moments to be like a proper breakup of saying, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. And now it's like we can communicate way better because we're able to be like, all right, we don't need to be scared to have tough conversations.
Hey, Kevin, you said something about the most important words you learned were saying, I'm not comfortable, which I thought was really powerful, because I think so many people refuse to sort of say that in life, of just saying I need to communicate my needs right now. Do you think you all three are in that point where you can just say anything completely openly?
Not all the time. Sure. I think within reason, but I think when there's a true need, I think we always band together and we come to each other, and I think we're brothers first. I know that's a little cliche to say, but we truly are. I think if there was an emergency of any capacity, or there was really something that was happening, I think I could lean on them in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's
such a trip. You guys have had such long careers. You've accomplished so much. There have been so many different eras in all three of you, all four of us, in fact.
Yes.
Frankie and here, all five Jonas Brothers right now. Yeah. But no, you all have so much life left to live, and so much, whether it's career, whether it's family, whatever. What do you ultimately want your legacies to be by the time you do kick the bucket?
I'm so proud of everything we've done. I don't really feel like there's milestones that we've yet to accomplish. I think if we did this for awards and that was our mission, we would have quit a long time ago. I think we do this because it makes people feel good, and we help others through the power of music. There's so many people we've met, and you perform it every night, and you see how a certain song affects them, and you're like, that's why we're doing it. That's how lucky are we? That's what a gift. If this was if we're hanging up the hat, hopefully we don't, but I'd be like, look, this is so incredible that we were able to kind of almost be in the Hall of Fame of New Jersey.
I think my headstone, whatever, would be I want to be a good friend, to my brothers, to my family, to my friends. I just want to be a true friend, and sometimes that requires being there when you're not wanting to be, and sometimes it's sacrificing time, and sometimes that just means being present in all things. And I just hope I can be a good friend to everyone in my life.
Love that.
I think that the thing I would hope people would say about me is that my door was always open, and that I whatever I have to give and emotionally and physically, I want to give to my friends, my family, of course, my daughter. I literally just recently I finished this Broadway show, and I got all these cards from co-stars and folks on the show, and they all said, "Thank you for your generosity." It meant a lot.
Yeah.
It was like a really tough experience, and then just like, yeah. So often we think about that like financially, but like I knew what they meant was about my spirit and, you know,
Time.
Yeah, my hard work. Like that says more.
That's really beautiful.
Got me to cry. That's the final surprise of the day.
Blow the sand into his eyes.
Yeah, now you know what I put in the taco soup.
You guys ready to get in the lightning round?
Yeah, please.
Who's the one person, dead or alive, you'd want to share your actual last meal with? We've heard this from him. This is just for you two.
My wife, hands down.
Julia Levy-Scherer.
Same answer.
His wife?
No, my wife.
My wife. Which one are you married to?
Like that's like, how do you not say that?
Kevin, this one's specifically for you. How do you feel about Mondo Duplantis breaking his own pole vault world record for the 12th time in Stockholm last month?
I watched it. It was incredible. So proud of him. It's insane. Maybe one of these days.
They do like,
Senior Olympics.
not even, they call it Masters. They call it, because I have the same dream.
Masters, that's cool.
Of picking up the discus. They call it Masters, 40 plus.
Okay, let's
You can
get
just
into it.
pick up
How many? You're there now? 40? What
No,
are you? 30?
I wish.
do like
33.
the-
Okay, so we can be on a team together. Okay.
I'm so into it. And had you kept it, like you get to 15, like you can go D1.
Yeah, no,
know?
absolutely. And that was only for my school didn't even have a pole vaulting like facility. I had to go to another school and only got to do it once a week. My first time ever actually doing it, like holding it, running it into the thing, was at a meet.
That's insane.
That's pretty
I
cool.
took first place.
Did you? I told everyone, I was like, I'm going to talk to Kevin about pole vaulting. I just don't know when.
So thrilled.
So glad to
So
see
it's
it.
called Masters at 40. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do it. For Nick and Kevin, what song do you want to be played at your funeral?
Let It Be.
Bye.
The Beatles.
Was that a quiz? Was that?
You
Actually,
never
this is-
know.
Okay, this
Never
it
know.
happened earlier.
There's a lot of covers
I'm
out there.
extremely bad. I'm extremely bad at naming songs. I don't know what it is. It's an anxiety-ridden hang up,
it.
and
Name
like
a Britney Spears song.
toxic.
There you go. You did it. You're fine.
Okay. I can always name Britney.
Name a Backstreet Boys song.
Show me the meaning of being lonely.
Name a
2 for 2.
Name a Kings of Leon song.
Sex on Fire.
Name a Jonas Brothers song.
I thought it was Brothers.
Okay.
It was like Attorneys General. That was Brothers Jonas.
Mine would be this song, "How to Believe," from the Tinkerbell show on Disney Plus, because my daughter sings it, and it's the very best thing.
Beautiful.
Good call.
This is crazy.
That's, man, what a cut. Pass back to Nick. Who's your favorite character to use as an alias?
How do you know that?
Follow you to hotels.
That's wild. Yeah,
Watch a lot of
I can't use that alias anymore. Yeah, probably.
I wrote down, and why is it you son of a biscuit? But that wasn't the original answer.
It's not, but that's even more layers of like, you're inside my
You've
brain.
never, that's my character. It's an incredible movie.
It's the best movie of
It's
all
the best
time.
movie.
It's amazing.
Who's your dream eulogizer at your funeral?
Oh wow.
Just for all of us or them?
You've already answered
Okay,
these.
that's
You
my
can answer it
turn.
again if you
No,
like.
I was just curious. I was like, when did I was just?
Do you wanna
I'm
change
good.
your
I'm
answer?
enjoying.
My daughters. I don't have to put them through that, but yeah.
Sure.
I would probably say you guys. Just don't screw it up. Jeez.
Joe, this one's for you. Who's your dream opponent for the Road Dog softball team to play?
Oh.
It's a great question. Hot take, I never really loved being waking up early to play softball on show days, but now I appreciate Road Dogs. It would be probably cast of, what's that movie where they're like, I think Kevin, it's when they're all on the motorcycles, they're like, and it's called Old Dogs or something? Yeah.
Oh,
Wild
Wild
Hogs.
Hogs.
Wild Hogs.
I just feel like those guys know how to play softball.
Yeah.
Those guys that they're playing.
Kevin
Actual
James
characters.
definitely knows how to play softball.
No, that's all.
Is it true that your saxophonist once hit 4 home runs
Yes.
against Creighton?
Randy Ellis.
Randy Ellis. Just a slugger?
What a crazy sentence. Your saxophonist hit 4 home runs. Yeah.
Randy Ellis, he played the sax and does real estate and rips home runs.
For Kevin and Nick, what's your biggest fear?
Self-doubt. I do it a lot. I question every move I make a lot of the times, and I get like people-pleasing to the point where I get crippled, and it becomes hard for me to function. So self-doubt.
Letting people down. You know, friends, family, all that.
Yeah. Finally, for all three of you, are you happy?
Very happy.
Very.
Yes, very.
I'm incredibly happy, like truly for your generosity, all three of you. This has been absolutely fantastic, man. Thanks for bringing back.
Yeah, thanks for having us back, Joe.
Thanks for having us.
If you all want to deliver your last words to your respective cameras right there.
My last words. Enjoy the ride.
See you in the next one.
It's a callback to past lives.
Well, I think his is a callback to Wild Hogs.
Yes.
It is.
I would say.
Is that really the tagline?
Wow.
Everyone, greetings from your hometown. Out August 8th, you got a big tour coming. Where are you going?
We're going to a city near you. Here's a list of the dates. Hope to see you there.
What did you do to this pie?
Yeah, let's.
I've seen American Pie. This is not appropriate.
What happens?
The perfect way to elevate all of your meals. The Last Meals bar set is available now at mythical.com.